Kena Upanishad. Kena Upanishad derives its name from the opening word of the text Kena Ishitam, by whom directed. It has 4 sections, the first 2 in verse form and other 2 in prose. The verse form deals with the supreme unqualified Brahman, the absolute principle underlying the phenomenal world, and the prose form deals with the supreme as God, Ishvara. The knowledge of the absolute is possible only for those who are able to withdraw their thoughts from the worldly objects and concentrate on the ultimate fact of the universe. Among the Upanishads, it is one of the most analytical and metaphysical, its purpose being to lead the mind from the gross to the subtle, from the effect to the cause. By a series of profound questions and answers, it seeks to locate the source of man's being and to expand his self consciousness until it has become identical with God consciousness, Brahman. At Keno Upanishad Om Apya Yantu Mamangani Vak Prana Chakshu Shotra Matho Valmindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopnishadam Ma Aham Brahma Nirakuryam Ma Brahma Nirakarod Nirakaran Ma निराकरणम में अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेया उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि संतु ते मयि संतु ओम शांति 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 invocation Om. May Brahman protect us, both the preceptor and the disciple. May Brahman bestow upon us both the fruits of knowledge. May we both obtain the energy to acquire knowledge. May what we both study reveal the truth. May we cherish no ill feeling toward each other. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Number 1. Om Kene Shitam Patati Preshitam Manaha Ken Prana Prathama Pratiyukta Kene Shitam Vajmimam Vadanti Chakshushrotram Ka U Devo Yunakti. The disciple asked, Om, by whose will directed does the mind proceed to its object? At whose command does the prana, the foremost, do its duty? At whose will do man utter speech? Who is the God that directs the eyes and ears? Number 2. Shrotasya Shotram Manaso Manoyad Vachoha Vacham Sa U Pranasya Prana Chakshu Chakshurati Muchyadhira Pretyasma Loka Drimita Bhavanti. The teacher replied, It's the ear of the ear, the mind of the mind, the speech of speech, the life of life, and the eye of the eye. Having detached the self from the sense organs and renounced the world, the wise attain to third. Na tatra चक्षुर गच्छति ना वाग गच्छति नो मनः ना विद्भो ना विजानीमो यथा तदु नुष्यात्. The eye doesn't go thither, nor speech, nor the mind. We do not know it. We do not understand how anyone can teach it. Anyadev tadvidita tatho avidita dadi iti shushrama purvesham ye nastadvacha chakshire. It is different from the known, it is above the unknown. Thus we have heard from the preceptors of old who taught it to us. Number 5. Yat pacha nubhya uditam yen vag abhidhyate tadeva brahma tvam vidhi nedam yad damu pasate. That which cannot be expressed by speech, but by which speech is expressed, that alone know as Brahman, and not that which people hear. 6. Yan manasa na manute ye na hurmano matam tadeva brahma tvam vidhi nedam yadi damo pasate. that which cannot be apprehended by the mind, but by which they say the mind is apprehended, that alone know as Brahman, and not that which people here worship. 7th. Ya chakshusha na pashyati yen chakshushi pashyati tadeva brahma tvam vidhi nedam yaded mupasate. That which cannot be perceived by the eye, but by which the eye is perceived, that alone know as Brahman, and not that which people here worship. Yat shotrena na shrinoti yen shotra mridam shrutam tadeva brahma tvam vidhim nedam yadidam upasate. That which cannot be heard by the ear, but by which the hearing is perceived, that alone know as Brahman, and not that which people hear. 9th. Yat pranena na praneti yena prana praneyate tadeva brahma tvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. Iti kenopnishade prapratam khanda samapta. That which cannot be smelt by the breath, but by which the breath smells an object, that alone know as Brahman, and not that which people here worship. Upanishad part 2nd Shlok number 1. Yadi manyase suvedeti dahar mevapi dabra mevapi nunam tvam vetath brahmano rupam yadasya deveshavat no mimanseya meva ta manye viditam. The teacher said, if you think I know Brahman well, then surely you know but little of its form. You know only its form as conditioned by man or by the gods. Therefore, Brahman, even now is worthy of your inquiry. Shloka number 2nd. Na aham manne suvedeti no na vedeti vedaja yo nastadveda tadveda no na vedeti vedaja. The disciple said, I think I know Brahman. I do not think I know it well, nor do I think I do not know. He among us who knows the meaning of neither do I know nor do I know knows Brahma. Shloka number 3rd. Yasya matam tasya matam yasya na ved sa avigyatam vigyatam vijanatam. He by whom Brahman is known, not known, knows it. He by whom it is known, knows it not. It is not known by those who know it. It is known by those who do not know it. 4. Pratibodh viditam matam ma tatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidya vindate amritam. Brahman is known when it is realized in every state of mind, for by such knowledge one attains immortality. By Atma one obtains strength, by knowledge immortality. Number 5. Ihi ched vedit tat satyamasti na chediha vedinam mehatin vinishtah bhuteshu vichittadhire pretyasma smaloka vrimita bhavanti. Iti kenopshide dvitiya khanda samaptah. If a man knows Atma here, he then attains the true goal of life. If he doesn't know, if here a great destruction awaits him. Having realized the self in every being, the wise relinquish the birth and become immortal. Shloka number 1st. Brahma hi devebhyo vijigya tasya brahmano vijay deva ahamahi yanta. Brahman, according to the story, obtained a victory for the gods, and by that victory of Brahman, the gods became elated. They said to themselves, verily this victory is ours, verily this glory is ours. Shloka number 2nd. Ta ikshayanta asmakamevamayam vijayo asmakamevayam mahimeti twadvesham vijagyo tebhyoha pradur भुव तन्न व्यज Janat Kimidam Yakshmiti. Brahman, to be sure, understood it all and appeared before them, but they did not know who that adorable spirit was. Shloka number 3. Te Agnim Brov Jat Veda Et Dvijanahi Kimidam Yakshmiti Tatheti. They addressed Agni, O Jataveda, please find out who is this Yaksha is. Yes, said Agni. Third, Shloka number 4. Tadabhya Dravatamabhya Vadako Sitya Ginva Aham Mitya Bravi Jat Veda Va Aham Smiti. He, Agni, hastened to the Yaksha. The Yaksha asked him who he was. Agni replied, I am verily Agni. I am also known as Jataveda, near omniscient. Shloka number 5th. Tasmin vai kim viryamityapid sarvam dayam yadidam prithvyamiti. What energy do you possess, you of such fame? Asked the Yaksha. I can burn everything, whatever there on this earth, replied Agni. Shloka number 6. Tasmai trinam nidhavet daheti tadup preyaya sarvjavena tanshashak dagdum satat ev naiv vrite nat dashkam vigyatum yadeta dakshameti. The Yaksha placed a straw before him and said, Burn this. Agni approached it with all speed. He was, however, unable to burn it, so he withdrew from there and returned to the gods, saying, I could not ascertain who the Yaksha was. Shloka number 7. Atpayum Bruvanayan Ved Dvijanihya Kimet Dekshamiti Tatheti. Then they addressed Vayu. O Vayu, please ascertain this, who this Yaksha is. Yes, said Vayu. Shloka number 8. Tadabhya Dravatamabhya Vadako api asiti Vayurva aham smitya bravin mat rikshva va aham smiti. Vayu hastened to the Yaksha. The Yaksha asked him who he was. Vayu replied, I am verily Vayu. I am also known as Matarishva, courser of the atmosphere. Shloka number 9. Tasmin vai kim viryamityapidam sarvamadidya yadidam prithvyamiti. What energy do you possess, you of such fame? Asked the Yaksha. I can verily blow away everything, whatever there is on this earth, replied Vayu. Shloka number 10. Tasmai trinam nidhavet dad sweti tadup preyaya sarvjavena tan shashaka datum sa tat ev nivritere nedashkam vigyatum yadet dakshamiti. The Yaksha placed a straw before him and said, Blow this away. Vayu approached it with all speed. He was, however, unable to blow it away, so he withdrew from there and returned to the gods, saying, I could not ascertain who the Yaksha was. Shloka number 11. Athendram bo bravanma gav net dvija niha kimet dakshamiti tatheti tadabhya dravatta tasmati rodadhe. Then the gods addressed Indra, O Bhagavan, please ascertain who this Yaksha is. Yes, said Indra and hastened to the Yaksha. But the Yaksha disappeared from his view. Shloka number 12. Sa tasmin vakashe striyama jagam bahushobha mana mumam hemvatim tahovacha kime daksha miti iti keno upnishada tritiya khanda samapta. And in that very spot he, Indra, beheld a woman, the wondrously effulgent Uma, the daughter of the snow-clad mountain Himavat, and of her he asked, who could this Yaksha be? Shloka number 1. Sa brahmeti hovacha brahmano va edvijye maheya dvamiti tato have vidachakar Brahmeti, that Yaksha was Brahmin, said he, she. It was though the victory of Brahmin indeed that you achieved this glory. It was from the words of Uma, that he Indra understood that the Yaksha was Brahmin. Shloka number 2. Tasmadvau ete deva atitarami vanyan devanya agni vayu indraste henan nedishtam parshuvste henat prathamo vidachakar Rameti. Therefore, barely these gods Agni, Vayu, and Indra excel the other gods, for they approached the Yaksha nearest. They were the first to know him as Brahman. Shloka number 3. Tasmadva indriyoti tarami vanyan devans henan nedishtam pasparsham sahinat prathmo vidachkara Brahmeti. And therefore indeed Indra excels the other gods, for he approached the Yaksha nearest. He was the first to know him as Brahman. Number 4th, part 4th. Tashesh Adeshu Aditva Dvito Vadyuta Tada Itin Niyami Mishada Ityadi Devatam. This is the teaching regarding that Brahman. It is like a flash of lightning. It is like a wink of the eye. This is with reference to the Adi He Devatam, its aspect as cosmic manifestation. Shloka number 5th. Atha Adhyatam Yadhet Ach Tivacha Mano Anena Chedut Pasma Ratya Bhikshnam Sankalpaha. Now its description with reference to the Adhyatma, its aspect as manifested in man. Mind proceeds to Brahman in all speed, as it were. By his mind also, this Brahmin is remembered and imagined as always. Shloka number 6. Tadva Tadvadanvanam Nam Tadnami Tyupasit Tavyam Sa Ya Et Devam Vedavi Hen Sarvani Bhutani Swan Vanchati. That Brahman is called Tadvana, the adorable of all. It should be worshipped by the name of Tadvana. All beings love him who knows Brahmin as such. Shloka number 7. Upanishadam Bho Brohit Yukta Ta Upanishad Brahmin Bhavta Upanishadam Brumeti. Sir, teach me Upanishad. The Upanishad has been imparted to you. We have merely imparted to you the Upanishad relating to Brahman. 4th, Shloka number 8. Tasai tapo damaha karmeti pratishtha veda sarv angani satyamayatanam. Of the Upanishads, tapas, concentration of the energies of the mind and the senses, dhamma, self-restraint, and karma, dedicated work, form the support. The Vedas, knowledge, are its limbs, and truth its abode. Shloka number 9th. Yo va etamevam veda pahatya papanam anante swarge loke je pratishtati iti kenopnashadi chaturtha khanda samapta. One who realizes it, knowledge of Brahman, thus destroys sins as and is well established in Brahman, the infinite, the blissful, and the highest. Closing. Om Apyayantu Mama Angani Vak Prana Chakshu Shrotramato Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Ma Aham Brahma Nirakuryam Ma Brahma Nirakarod Nirakaranam Tva Nirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishadsu Dharmaste Mai संतु ते मयि संतु. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. May Brahman protect us, both the preceptor and the disciple. May Brahman bestow upon us both the fruit of knowledge. May we both obtain the energy to acquire knowledge. May what we both study reveal the truth. May we cherish no ill feeling toward each other. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Hari Om. Tat Sat.